Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of Monster Super League. It's your boy Odin, and today we're going to be going over the Black Friday event. As you guys know, we've been basically stockpiling all of our crystals for a very long time now, and we're basically going to go ahead and open up all of these eggs and purchase some of the skill books as well. I will say that for the packages that are being offered for sale right now, some of these are not really the greatest, so I don't recommend people to spend money on the Holy Gleam ×2. Yes, it comes with 6 summon tickets, but for $90 it's a little bit overpriced. And same thing with the skill books, since you can basically get them for free by doing summons during, getting the crystals from the regular summons anyway. So I would say it's not really the greatest. The only one that looks to be really good is going to be the Black Friday Pack 3, since it comes with the 3 tickets, 2 eggs, and then 2 and 1 golden egg as well. But still, I'm kind of like, they're not really the greatest. It would have been nicer if maybe like they would have offered some of those Holy Gleam packs like they did last year, but it is what it is. Aside from that, guys, make sure that you guys do get the Gleam Egg ×1 here. This one only costs 500 gold. It is available to you guys. So you can basically purchase that for free. Aside from that, I don't think that anybody should really be purchasing any of the other packs. It would have been nice if they maybe included like a light and dark card selector or something like that. Or at least, the random card that they did like the other event last year as well. So that said, I haven't purchased anything in a very, very long time, and I did also skip the Heroes Festival this month, mainly because I was going to be expecting them to do a Primo Festival along with the Black Friday deals, but they did not. Looks like it's just going to be a regular Clan Fest, so there's really nothing really amazing happening right now for Black Friday aside from the discounts on the Crystal Shop. They didn't even really do a a discounted I forget what I was gonna say. I was gonna do like a discounted eggs, but it is what it is. Not too, or double crystal rates, I should say. I thought they were gonna do at least 1 double crystal rate, but they didn't. All right, so it looks like we ended up getting some skill books there. We're gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and buy these first to make sure that we have some room in our space. And I'm hoping that there's at least 1 Nat 5 out of these, but it is what it is. These are scam eggs essentially. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. I don't believe I've ever really gotten lucky in any of these. I might have to go back. That's a good pull if you pull a Light Yuki. I might have to go back and check my records to see if I've actually pulled an F5 from these. I don't believe I have, not in the past. So, all right, so this is the last golden egg. So as usual, nothing good, and there was basically 2,700 crystal essences gone down the drain. So, but nonetheless, you do want to take the chance to pick them up if you have been saving, just because it is a small chance of pulling a Nat 5 anyway. So all right, so no Nat 5s from the light and dark eggs for me. I do have enough crystals to pick up the eggs here. And of course, the Gleam eggs is definitely something you want to buy. For a lot of you new players, it's definitely going to be very, very helpful. So make sure you guys actually get all of them, because they are extremely good and valuable for progression in the game. So, and I think, wow, they actually did it 3 times. So this is actually great. So that means I could definitely use these gleams to get my dark or light Sariel to Evo 3. And I'm basically just going to go ahead and buy them all up, because there's really nothing else to purchase from me, since I already purchased all the skill books. So, and looks like I basically had just enough to purchase all of them. So that's very, very good. All right, and yeah, that pretty much leaves me with no more crystal essences. For these 5-star Firewater Wood eggs, I'm probably not going to buy those, and I don't recommend you guys to buy them. Right now they are on discount though, so if you have some extra ones lying around, but I would say prioritize the Black Friday deal here for the egg, for the light and the dark eggs, and then the gleams and the skill books of course as well. So but like I said, guys, you really don't need to spend money on these. Like the golden egg ×1, like maybe if you're really hoping you get something, but it's still a very, very small chance of pulling a light and a dark out of that one. So I don't necessarily recommend people to purchase anything like that. Yeah, they're just, you know, hold on, do your regular events. Right now, for example, we have the arena going on, the Challengers Arena, so you guys should be able to pick up a decent amount of gems just by doing the regular arenas, and then of course the Champions League as well. So you know, make sure that you guys just essentially just start making progression to build your teams for the clan festival, etc., because that's really where it's at. With that, guys, I am going to go ahead and basically do a quick review here for the brand new Crystal Dragon. In my opinion, they're not that great, so we're just going to go out quickly and cover all of them. Here's the Fire One. Fire One is a tank type with 36,846 HP, 2773 attack, and 2700 defense. Recovery is 2439. For a tank type, the recovery is really high and not really useful. It would have been better if basically he had a little bit more HP. The Crystal Dragon does come with a Discernment Leader skill, so it decreases enemies' resistance by 20-25%. So essentially an arena monster. His 3-star skill is Adrenaline, and the 5-star skill is Attack Down. Unfortunately, that combination of skills really is not useful anywhere, and you're basically giving up 3 nat 5s to pull one of them. So I would say not really the greatest. You can basically go ahead and skip that, the Fire One. Not really something you want to build. Alright, so here is the only one that seems to be pretty decent. It's going to be the brand new one, the Water One. He's a balanced type. 33,386 HP, 3,000 attack, 2985 defense, and 2500 recovery. So stat wise, he's actually pretty solid for a balanced mon. He has really high attack and really high defense, lower end of the pool in HP, but decent enough to survive a couple of hits, especially since most of the Astromon that this mon will be going against will be Fire Drakas. So the 3-star skill is Morale Boost, 100% chance to restore 20% of allies SP when attacking, and Crystallization. 5-star skill is a brand new skill, grants 80% chance to stun the enemy for 2 turns and prevents their passive skills from activating. So that is a really good skill for arenas right now, and I do see the Water One being very, very effective in arenas. So if you're going to build any one of them, it's probably going to be the Water One, and I'll talk about the Dark One here in a little bit as well, because he has similar skills as well. But the Water One is actually pretty solid, and I think it's the only one that might be used mainly in arenas, nowhere else really. Oh, I forgot, I guess for builds, guys, for the tank type, you're really just looking at HP defense. He's not going to be anything amazing. If he had something else, maybe like Siphon instead of Adrenaline where he heals himself, maybe better, but HP defense, he's only attack tank type. The Water One, really, this one you do have a couple of different choices. You can either build him on HP attack defense or HP defense, since you're going to be using him mainly for SP boost and the crystallization skill. But he can also be used on a Siphon set on attack crit rate or attack crit damage if you just want to use him to build up a little bit of spamming that brand new crystallization skill. He can also be paired really well with somebody like the Light Persephone, or even the Dark Persephone as well, or the Light Arthur. I think they would work pretty well together. But yeah, so the Wood One is a balanced type. Comes in with 32,446 HP, 3,100 attack, 2,753 defense, and 2,400 recovery. So same thing as the Water One. This one's actually pretty solidly built, but he is very squishy on the HP pool. And if you're going to use him anywhere, it's going to be in arenas with on a defense team. So unfortunately, he's going to be very squishy. Fire Draka or somebody like Fire Draka, like a Fire Nuker, is going to basically one-shot him. So his 3-star skill is Battle Rush. 5-star skills Recovery Seal. Unfortunately, because he is so squishy, I don't think he's going to survive for very many turns with the Battle Rush. He might not even get a chance to even get it off if he's basically nuked on the first attack as well. So gems for him, Gem of Bastion to help him survive 1 turn, or Gem of the Healer if he's built pretty tanky on HP defense, to take a couple hits basically just to survive to get off the Recovery Seal. But unfortunately, with Buff Break and other skills like that, essentially this mon is not very useful anywhere. So he's going to be exactly or essentially just used for fodder for the Water One or the Dark One or the Light One. So not much use anywhere. So HP defense is really the only set that makes him viable. All right, here's the Light One. Light One is pretty interesting. He's a defender type, 30,625 HP, 2,600 attack, and 3,984 defense. So really good defense. His recovery is really low. So essentially you want to build him triple defense or defense crit damage would be his best damage set, or HP defense on a Ruin set as well. That would make him survive a little bit longer, I feel. But it's up to you guys depending on what you guys have for leader skills. If you're using an HP leader skill, triple defense or defense crit damage might be your best go-to. Siphon set might be really good for him in arenas because he does have shock and a 5-star skill. But he is a defense aggressor, so you're going to want to build up his defense as well to, you know, basically let him just use his defense aggression until he has enough SP for the shock. You know, so you could use Siphon set, like I said, triple defense on Siphon or defense crit rate on Siphon would work as well to just use him as a stunner. But he is very, very expensive to build, so I don't recommend players to build him. Yeah, I think that's it basically for the light one. He's basically just a trophy mon. Unfortunately, there's better defense aggressors and there's better shockers to use than him if you're really trying to be picky about your Astromon. So aside, even with the stats that he's got, he's not going to be the greatest defense aggressor. He kind of falls down on the same ladder as the light Beiji, where he's essentially just a trophy mon and, you know, not really useful anywhere or in too many places. Kind of like the Beiji, like I said. So, but if you guys want to get him, go for it. You know, it's just a trophy mon. I don't necessarily recommend players to go for them right away as soon as they come out, because there are better monsters to use, and you're better off spending your Nat 5s on somebody like the light Cernunnos Rebirth or the light Griffin Rebirth as well. So. Alright, and coming up to the last one here, the dark one is an attacker type. He comes in with 29, 433 HP, 3900 attack, so really high attack, 2758 defense. Decent defense, but he is a dark type, so he is going to be pretty squishy. But yeah, as far as his variant skill guys goes, I actually think that they kind of messed up here. They reversed his variant. So this is what his normal Nat 5 color is like, and this is his variant. But if you compare him to somebody like the Light Griffin, for example, this is his variant, and then this is his normal, and this is his variant here. Same thing with the Belial. I feel like they messed her up as well. This is supposed to be the variant and it's supposed to be the normal. Because if you look at somebody like the, for example, the Sariel, look at the color scheme and then you press her variant, it's much lighter. So same thing with this one. I feel like this one should be the variant and this should have been the normal. I've noticed that they've done that, you know, with a couple different monsters. Like for example, this is the Carnonos or Carnon, you know, Cernunnos. This is his normal color scheme, and then you go to variant and it's very like shiny, very bluish. So kind of same thing, same pattern. Looks like they may have messed up on the color differences, but if that's intended, then cool. If not, then, you know, it is a different strange color compared to the other dark ones. Because he's an attacker and he does have the crystallization skill, and he has with morale boost 40% of own SP to fill the bar when attacking. He's going to be using a Siphon set or a Pugilist set to help him basically stun. Another gem type that you could go with him is obviously just Ruin. Full triple attack is probably going to be his most damage, or attack crit damage. If you're using him in arenas, triple attack is essentially going to be your best bet because he's going to be used as a one hit glass cannon. So, you know, pick and choose your battles. But I think out of all of them, the way that I would rank them is going to be the dark one first, because if you're planning on using that new skill, the dark one's going to be the better option compared to the water one. But it'll be the water, then the dark, then the water, then the light one if you're going to build them. And then obviously it's going to be the wood one and then the fire one. So that's going to be your order of selection of the 5 if you want to build them. Like I said, I would prioritize building the dark one first because he's going to give you more points in the world boss, etc. He's a dark type, he's going to hit harder, and he's going to be more usable in arenas as well because he is going to hit harder. So that's it for the Crystal Dragon guys. But I would say that, again, very expensive mon. I don't recommend any new players to build them, so up to you if you choose to go for him. I'm personally not going to be going for him right away. I may pick him up later on, but that's it basically for the review for him. So with that said, guys, I hope that you guys are enjoying the game. Hope you guys have a very good Thanksgiving. I'll definitely be loading up some videos here this weekend, so stay tuned for that. And I'll catch you guys all probably for the next Heroes Festival, since I'm probably not going to be pulling on the Clan Festival this month, because I think I'm going to wait and see if I save my gems for another Primo Festival. So With that said, guys, I'll catch you all on the next video. Good luck on your summons if you are summoning. And of course, make sure that you guys do spend all of your crystals now at the shop, because this is the major event of the year where you do want to make a little bit of progress by picking up those gleams and those eggs and those skill books. So yeah. All right, guys, I'll catch you all on the next video. Take it easy.